3D is basically the most expensive one because of the metaverse. The metaverse is developing to support the 3D. And obviously, we have the last one. I think you've heard of the project Soundsmint. It is NFT with music. Obviously, they have a lot of problem with royalties and artists and everything. Now, what is the blockchain? The blockchain is something called .io. So everything we are using right now, like for example, Google.com, .net, .org, whatever, .en, .tr, all of this is on Web 2. Now, the blockchain is something on Web 3. Web 3 is all connected by the community. That means you are participating, I am participating, each person is participating in the blockchain. That's why it's running. It's not connected to a person, it's not centralized. That's why it's called decentralized. A lot of people are participating. They are called the minters on Ethereum uh, chain, let's call it. So the blockchain, as it is, a system of recording information. So basically, everything we do is recorded. There is no secret there. So if someone actually got scammed, I mean, God forbids, you can see where your money went to. Like it doesn't disappear. It's not like stealing and running away. But unfortunately, there is no way we can catch them, right? Because as it is, it's as open as it is, but it's anonymous as well because there are no names, nothing, right? Basically, everyone can create a domain on IO. You don't need anything to create a domain. You can, for example, say Ashley for OG.io. Actually, that's a good idea. I will do that. So, so, but however, it's very hard to change, to alter, or to cheat this system, right? It's very, very hard. However, there are scammers, but those scammers can be stopped, by the way, because everything can be stopped if you don't interact with it, right? Now, NFTs are unique cryptographic tokens. That means they are like coins, right? They can not be replicated. That's why their price are very expensive. So everything that you have is something. Imagine like this. Let's say this is an NFT. Imagine there's someone had miking. If you can please mute.
And
It's not miking. Sirini.
is there a moderator here? Maybe. Oh, so she
I don't
muted
know.
or he. So it's alright.
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you very much. So basically, let's say this is an NFT. Imagine there's a person who sat down and did all of this work. Yes, they can do it digital. They can do it on a piece of paper. Polaroid. Hello. Can you please mute? Thank you so much. All right. So obviously, just like any place, when you buy something, you will need a wallet. All right. So since everything on the blockchain, we need a wallet on the blockchain. For example, like if you're buying something on Amazon, you are needing a PayPal. It's the same thing. All right, but different name. All right, but you have to understand that when you have a wallet, everything starts with the wallet, everything ends with your wallet. So your wallet is the most important thing, is the essential thing in the blockchain. Without your wallet, that's it. It's done deal for you. So there are some passwords for the wallet. There are some everything in the wallet. We will obviously talk about them in details here. So most common wallet, basically, it's the Metamask because they deal with crypto, NFTs, and tokens. And for a crypto, if you don't know, are the coins, like the most important one, Bitcoin and Ethereum, Matic, Sand, whatever, all of those. And you can store NFTs in your MetaMask. For example, you don't want to sell one, you can just keep it in your wallet. No one knows about it, only you. Or maybe people can check your wallet if they have your address. But obviously, they cannot take anything from it. Just like I explained here, everything is open. It's recording everything. So if I
It's the
have your
public
wallet
information.
address,
Yes.
exactly, it's a public information. If I have your wallet address, I can see how much Ashley has, how much Ashley is taking from that mod position that she's keeping it as a secret. So I'm on to you. I'm on to you today,
Got
Ashley.
her.
Yeah. So MetaMask is pretty famous, as I said, because after the last update, by the way, And this is very good thing that you have to know about MetaMask. They are developing their own token, and if you don't know what is the term token, it's not like a coin. All right, basically, it's, let's say, similar to a coin in very simple terminology here, but you cannot buy or you cannot exchange anything with it, right? Like, still not registered to be as a coin. That means there is no project yet. If it's a token, there is no project. If it's a coin, there's a project. For example, Bitcoin started as a token, and when everyone kept investing in it, it became as a coin. That means it's an asset. Let's say Nike has 40 Bitcoins, so Nike would never withdraw all that money without anything. However, they can. After their last update, as I said, they you can swap any coins and tokens. For example, you have USDT, right? You can basically just go there. You don't need Binance. You don't need any kind of, let's say, crypto websites to buy Ethereum. You can just swap them, which is amazing thing. So MetaMask is developing their own token, which is still, by the way, not published. They still didn't announce it. They didn't do anything about it. So my advice to you to swap everything on MetaMask, because afterwards it will become like SOS when we made a couple of thousands of dollars because the usage of OpenSea, if you remember that a couple of days ago. So MetaMask is actually coming strong. Last year, they claimed there is a 100K wallet. That means the NFT, because of MetaMask, obviously, we can exchange NFTs and everything because we don't need MetaMask for the crypto. And I don't actually advise you to use MetaMask for the crypto. So that means those wallets were only for the NFT. All right. So does MetaMask charge any fees? No. How do they make their money then? Why do they give us this service? Well, they give us this service because everything you are doing on the MetaMask, you are paying gas fees, and those gas fees goes to the minters, right? So who are the minters? The minters who keep everything on the IO or the blockchain working. So, by the way, you can be a mentor. Any person can be a mentor, and Ethereum will pay you monthly. But this is obviously in Friday. On Friday, we will talk about
Yeah.
it. So every transaction on Ethereum blockchain, OpenSea, require gas fees, but this is obviously like later. So now that we set up our wallet MetaMask, all right. So no, am I
Yeah.
getting ahead of something?
No, no.
Yeah, I
So
am.
what we do
I'm
now
getting on
to,
my something.
yeah,
Yeah, please go ahead.
yeah, thank you. So what we should do, of course, I believe that some of you already have created a MetaMask, but we will show you either way. So first of all, we have to go to metamask.com or .io, excuse me for that. You need, of course, to download the extension that we're using towards the Chrome, or is it iOS, is it app, or is it on your phone as well? This is basically just an extension that we're going to add to the browser. Now he do have it, and it usually is on the upper right corner. You download
Yeah.
it, and from there you can create a MetaMask account. When you are creating a MetaMask account, you will have the you have to choose to have seed phrase. A seed phrase is basically a 24-word phrase that is basically your password, and this password is, you can say, basically almost impossible to get hacked on, as long as you don't share this seed phrase online. So that's why it's very important to keep this seed phrase for yourself. You're not going to put it on any type of digital, if it's going to be on a screenshot, or if you're going to take a picture of it, or actually just put it any place digitally. You would like to write it down, or you're going to use something called for a B folder that you can buy through the Ledger official site. We're going to come back to that as well. So we're gonna go through something called for Ledger Wallet. Ledger Wallet is basically an extra layer for security for your MetaMask, or for basically your crypto wallet, where
Yeah,
you
let's
can,
just go into this. Just give me a
yeah,
second.
no problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please go
so
ahead.
yeah, no problem. So what is important in the end of the day, when you're gonna invest in a ledger, you always use the official links. This is because from the secondary market, or let's say eBay, Amazon, and this type of websites, they can actually have the possibilities to, for example, open up your ledger. they can keylog it, and they can seal it back again. And this way they have the possibilities to actually keylog your information, and they can actually scam you or hack you in the later time as well. So that's why also another tip for you when you're actually buying it from the official site as ledger.com, make sure that when you receive the ledger as a box, make sure that it is sealed, there is nothing is actually been opened by the shipment and stuff like that. And that way you are very sure that this is a new one and nobody been touching the hard wallet at all. Very good ways to store your seed phrase, if you can just go to their product, which is called for Bfodl.
Bilfodl? Yeah,
Billfodl, yeah.
Bilfodl. Yeah, Bilfodl.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is extra, of course, you don't need to do it, but it's actually a very good way to keep your seed phrase safe, so you actually don't lose it. Sometimes if you write it down on a paper, the paper can get destroyed and you actually lose your seed phrase. The seed phrase is actually the most important thing you can have when it comes to the crypto and NFT world as well. This is basically the key to get access to do transactions or actually get access to your wallet. And if they do have the seed phrase, they can basically enter it as you can enter it. And they can actually clean out your wallet as well for all your digital assets.
Yeah.
So that's why we, of course, would advise you to use a ledger. It will cost you around $150. That with the shipment as well.
That's if
But
you're in Europe, to be honest.
yeah,
If
yeah,
you're in the States, it's about $70.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but it. Sorry, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I just want to give you a background about Ledger. Ledger is a company, right? It's a security company for the wallets, all right? So everything we have, like the MetaMask, for example, it's a virtual wallet, right? Just like PayPal, as we said. But however, the support is terrible. Do not try to contact them if you lost that seed phrase, because they cannot know who you are if you actually opened that or you didn't open that. So the support would never, ever respond to you, right? So, do you need a ledger? Maybe. A lot of people ask this. Yes, maybe, like maybe with today's updates on the blockchain, I would advise you to take a ledger. A ledger. What is the sole purpose of a ledger, or it's called a hardware wallet? The sole purpose, see, everything we have right now, like in the MetaMask, everything we have, it's online. Whether you are using it or you're not using it, whether you are logging in or you're not logging in, everything is still online because it's sending information, it's recording information, right? So, what the ledger does, it puts it offline. So, basically, you are signing out of the online world. All right. So, I'm going to show you the ledger. It's something like this. There are two types. We will talk about them. And you can connect them to your PC or your phone. Obviously the two types change. So ledger essentially take all your assets, so your crypto, your NFT, your tokens, everything that you have, it's online. So this is an extra layer of security, which is amazing, to be honest. Really, really amazing, right? So this is basically the website. It's called ledger.com. Always buy from them. Do not, as Freshy said, do not buy from Amazon, Best Buys, whatever. All of those websites are 100% scam for when it comes to Ledger. Obviously, I'm not saying all their products, right? So, the important products that you will need to have in the beginning, obviously, there are two types of Ledger. There is Ledger Nano S and Ledger Nano X. The Ledger Nano S is this one, the small one. All right, it has 3 coins. They don't call them coins, they call them applications, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Matic. And the Ledger Nano X is wireless, and it has 100 coins, and it can be connected to Bluetooth on your phone. And as Freshy said, the seed phrase, which is the password, let's say, and it's auto-generated in the MetaMask. We will show you all of that on Friday, obviously, with much more details. It's the password. Password can be like this, like for example, ledger, scam, coin, billfold, phrase, wallet. It's very, very random. Even the MetaMask doesn't own that. This is a generation for like 10 seconds, right? And it's a contract. So it cannot be traced. It's terminated contract. and we will show you that, as I said, on Friday, obviously.
Mm.
So basically, you can invest in a steel wallet on ledger.com. It's called the Billfold Fodl, right? It can save your seed phrase and keeps it from fire, rain, whatever. All these crazy things. So go ahead, Freshy.
Yeah, I can take over. Thank you very much. So, first word, we're gonna talk a little bit of basic how you can do this when it comes to the process, when you're gonna do the investing, buying, selling, listing, and also do bidding. We can also come back to actually when it comes to minting from a project as well. So, first of all, there are a couple of websites where you can buy when it comes to marketplace for the NFT. The most common one or the most popular one today is the OpenSea.io, where you can what we are focusing on now is basically for the Ethereum market, right? And there will also be, and there also exist marketplaces for other type of cryptos, like say Solana. There they have Solana art. Uh, so first of all, when you're going to start using OpenSea, you will have some sort of a one-time fee to charge initially to start to list or to buy, or actually just to use the OpenSea at all. This is around $150 to $250, and this is just a one-time fee. But to create a MetaMask, first of all, that is a free of charge. So you don't buy, pay anything to actually open up a MetaMask, but it costs you money to go through a listing or when you're gonna buy something for the first time. So, how to buy or invest or mint an NFT, and what's the difference when it comes to it? So basically, of course, when you're gonna buy an NFT, which means that you go into the marketplace of OpenSea and you have the possibilities to buy the NFT, the non-fungible token, so you can mint them to your own wallet.
Sorry,
Hot
Hey,
someone's
mic,
hot
bro.
micing.
Who is that, bro?
if not,
Oh,
we can
I
also,
think
of
we're good
course.
now.
Okay, thank you very
Also,
much.
just before you guys get kicked off again as well, I know that Cheese as well would love to add in a little bit more with the ledger stuff as well.
Yeah, of course,
Absolutely.
that's
Just when you're ready.
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm. That's very true. Thank you for that add-on. Thank you for that add-on as
This
well.
Eileen, you are hot micing like crazy.
Eileen, can you mute your mic, please?
We all love you, Eileen.
I really love you, but yeah, please mute.
Very
So
sweet.
yeah, so let's go
Yeah.
back to know the difference when it comes to buy, mint, and invest in an NFT. So minting is basically means that you're actually buying it from the contract before it actually hits the market. Basically, that you buy it straight from the project themselves. And by doing this, you basically own the NFT before it hits the secondary market. And it's usually also cheaper than when it hits the secondary market as well. So that is what you call for a minting process.
Or the
By
whitelist,
yeah,
basically.
the whitelist, yeah, or the hapeless. Uh, buying usually means, as I just told you, is that you're buying from the second market. You're buying already from some that already been minting, and they usually do that because they would like to list the project after the mint to make some sort of a profit out of it if they don't would like to hold the token or the NFT. Yeah, and invest is just like an investment. Of course, you're buying it for a lower price and you sell it for a higher price. Or if not, basically you get it plus minus non-profit as well. If you don't would like to hold the token, you don't believe in the projects in the long term. And of course, we will come back to when it comes a little bit more advanced. We will show you on Friday as well how we can go through every steps live for you, so it's much easier for you to
Yeah.
understand. Mm.
Yeah. So the most important thing that you have to know, there's something, or the website is called Etherscan, right? So what is Etherscan or Etherscan? Basically, this it's self-explanatory actually. The Ethereum blockchain explorer, right? So this is like Google for addresses and for everything, like block, tokens, ENS, or text and hash, which basically means the transaction. For example, like when Freshy sent me 5 Ethereum just to be on in this, right? Just to be in this, I got 5 Ethereum from Freshy. So we can trace it like down here. Obviously, I'm joking, by the way, but whatever. Oh, yeah. For example, there's any transaction here. Look, you can see everything. Everything is online. Like this is the text and hash. So this is 5 seconds ago from this address to this address. So let's get to this address, see what he has, right? How much he has. Basically, he has a $349. That's equivalent to what? Like point
0.11.
3 or 11? Yeah, 11.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on the
Point
upper
11.
tab. Yeah.
Point 11, right?
Just
So they have
sorry,
this
just real quick,
balance.
guys, as well. I've just got
Yeah,
a
go
question
ahead.
here from one of the people in the chat. They
Yeah.
just said, is it true to just be careful with Bluetooth when you're setting up? As someone could potentially hack your Bluetooth and the middleman, your ledger. Is that true?
No, you can't.
Okay,
Because
cool. Good to
we
know.
will talk we will talk about it also in very advanced way on Friday because we didn't
Yes.
want to put our ledger online actually.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, obviously. We have to move all our assets somewhere else just to do this presentation. So,
Yeah, for sure. And then I've got another question. When you guys are free, just give me the cue when you know.
absolutely. So,
Amazing.
Etherscan. So Etherscan, just like I said, it's Google for addresses and everything on Ethereum. If it has .eth in the end of it, so basically you can find it here. But we need to know the address, obviously, or the text and hash.
Yeah, just to
right?
make a little add-on as well. Every type of wallet ID from the for Ethereum starts with OX or 0x, basically, as you can see all the way down. So you can identify a wallet address or ID by checking the first 2 letters. If it's 0x, this should be a wallet ID.
Yeah, this should be Ethereum, right? So for
Yes.
example, we're looking at this contract, right? We're looking at this. We go down, we see everything. See everything what they did with the second, with everything from where to whom, how much they are sending, and how much they are receiving, right? But we don't know any names, nothing. But obviously, they can add a name, right? Like for example, hopefully when we all get Hape listed, we will see here Hapeist, for example, right? Like, or the token tracker here can be Hapeist, right? That's the name of the project. That means this contract is valid. Also on Friday night, we will talk about how to mint from the project, how to mint from the contract, not to mint from the website.
Yeah,
right?
and the reason why usually people mint from the basically from Etherscan or straight from the contract also is, let's say if it's a big traffic through the website and it's getting slowed down and you actually would love to mint it, it usually goes much faster when you mint it through the contract themselves instead of going to the website and do it.
Yes, because the website can be on .io or .com. We don't know the website yet, but basically, any website, as in any website, it can be hacked. Also, more in advanced way on Friday. So minting from the contract is way more safer, right? So Etherscan. In Etherscan, you actually have very important thing, which means that you are actually
Revoking the
yeah. Let's talk it. You go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So basically, every time you connect your wallet to a project, to let's say something you would like to mint or something you would like to register when it comes to getting registered for a whitelist, the Etherscan will actually connect, or I mean, your wallet will connect it to that contract, right? So if you are finished with that contract or that project, you would like to revoke it, which means that you will disconnect it from your own wallet ID to the project. And to do that, you can of course go into Etherscan again, just to make sure how you go through that. You have the tab that calls for more. You have a tool that calls for token approvals. That should be down at the right side. On the right side,
It's
yeah.
not it's not connected actually. That's why. Oh, okay, it's here.
Yeah. So of course we're not going to connect now because of our own security, but what you do is you connect to the Web3. This will of course open up your MetaMask window and you have to sign in. And when it comes to that as well, always make sure that you double check and you read basically where you are connecting to every time. Sometimes when you try to connect it, it could be that they open up the MetaMask window and it's another type of contract or something that you're going to sign into that is you are not supposed to sign into. So that's why it's very important to double check everything when the MetaMask window pops up. Yeah, so you go through there and you will of course confirm to make to the MetaMask to get access to the tokens that are connected to your wallet. And what you do there is, of course, there should be a list over all the connections you have. And what you do is, of course, just click the revoke button and it will be disconnected to your wallet or your Etherscan address, Ethereum address. As well as we will go through a little bit more advanced way when it comes to this as well. You have another website you could use, which is a DBank, where you can also, of course, have a overview over your activity, your wallet funds, and everything. This we will come back to on Friday as well. Yes. And of course, the most important thing nowadays, that's of course the Discord. Every project today, they use Discord when it's come to communicate with the community. All projects use this to make it easier for people to talk to each other and of course connect with each other to make a community out of the project. So that's why today there are a lot of scammers, a lot of hackers that use this type of social media platform to try to trick you to actually steal your assets basically. So how you can actually prevent this is of course to first of all go into your Discord settings. You go to your privacy and safety, as you can see, and you can of course click where I marked, which is keep me safe. And another way to do this also to make sure that nobody can contact you through direct message is basically to click the button right there where it will turn off that anybody can actually can contact you through direct message if you're not a friend with them or are connected with them from earlier, basically. So this is something that we of course recommend everybody to do. You don't need to have any type of direct message with anybody except your friends as well. And no projects will actually DM you when it comes to if it's going to be a minting or any type of announcement. And this could be moderators or bots or basically the founder even. So just make sure that you don't click on anything that is sent to you by direct messages, basically. And another way, of course, to make sure that you are safe is to create a two-factor authentications, which will, of course, do that you will connect your phone number, so it will be much more safer for you, so nobody can actually enter your Discord profile as well, account. Yeah, basically that's. Yes, that's true. No, that that's very true. And of course, there today on your phone, a lot of different type of authenticators. Most people use today the Google Authenticator, but you have also, for example, Authy. Both of them are safe way to use as well. So this is actually the way you can prevent yourself to be hacked and to be scammed when it comes to the Discord as well. So that is what we have when it comes to the Discord safety, when it comes to safety for your wallet and how to keep your assets safe. And if you have any type of question, please ask and we will of course answer that for you. Did you receive any type of questions, Ashley?
Yeah, I have one. It just hasn't. It's not loading up on my screen, unfortunately. If anybody within the chat is comfortable to speak, you can just unmute your mic, and then they'll be able to see on their screens who's unmuted. And if you're just wanting to ask questions, like feel free, because if you're confused by anything within this space, it's like this is a real good time to ask. And obviously, for like a lot of the women who haven't been in the VCs with the guys. they have so much information that is going to be so beneficial for you in the long run. So I guess maybe you might not know the right questions, but if you've got even gained value from that small snippet, because I know, yeah, like they said, they're doing another event on Friday, which will be obviously quite a bit more in depth. But yeah, feel free to just ask a couple of questions. I think Eli's first up there.
Hey, Freshy, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Freshy, which authenticator for like the two-step factor? Which one do you suggest? Like which one do you recommend?
Today, personally, I use the Google Authenticator. That is you download by your phone, and from there you will of course receive a code every time you're gonna log in. If it's gonna go through the Discord application or you go through the web browser, basically. So that's one is it's a good one to use. I mean, as I told you, it's a lot of different type of authenticator, but the Google Authenticator is, I think, that is the most used one as well. As you can see, it's over 300,000 users for that authenticator. So that's the one I use. I will also add when it comes to questions or whatever it is in the future, please just add me or Rix, and we can of course help you through direct message as well.
I had a question.
Yeah, of course.
Can you just explain what ledger is in basic terms again, because I was quite confused with it.
Yeah, of course. Rix, go ahead if you would like to. So I can, let me see. So the ledger, as I told you, ledger is basically just an extra layer of safety for your wallet. So what it means that when you're using a ledger is every time you're going to do a transaction or you're going to interact with your NFT or digital asset, you need that ledger as a key to actually do a transaction or basically, let's say, list an NFT or buy something. You need to go through the ledger. And of course, the ledger is offline, right? So every time you're going to do something, you have to actually accept it. You have to access it by creating a PIN code for that seed phrase that you have to enter on the ledger himself offline. And that way you will have the possibilities to interact with that token. And of course, people that try to hack you or scam you, they don't have the ledger, right? So they can't actually interact or get into your assets when it's on the ledger. Just to make sure, of course, it doesn't mean that you're actually taking the token or digital asset out of the wallet and put it into the ledger. That's not how it works. It's basically just an extra key to turn on the engine, let's say, to do a transaction or whatever it should be when it comes to that token digital asset.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Hey, Rix and Freshy, I have a quick question for you. First of all, thank you for putting together this presentation. It's really great. And Ashley, thank you for hosting. So if you are strictly a holder of coins, L1 coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, etc., and you're holding your coins on like a main account, like a Binance or a Coinbase, is it necessary to get a ledger? I know it's still going to be added security, but are like those websites secure enough where you can just hold coins and know that they're going to be safe in there?
Yes, I mean, it's always, as I told you, it says already when you log into your wallet, if it's Binance, Coinbase, whatever, it's already a security to actually get into your account, right? So it's basically some sort of safety there, but it will always be an extra safety to transfer it to a ledger. But it's of course not necessary if you would like to, but if it's a lot of amount of assets, funds, we will always recommend you to buy a ledger just to make that extra safetyness. Basically, because also let's say you have a lot of a couple of ETH in your wallet, and you just pay or invest, like say $100 for a ledger, you can save a lot of money if it's actually you're unlucky and you get hacked or scammed. So we will always, of course, recommend you to buy an ledger.
What time will the event on Friday be, and where will it be?
Still not sure, to be honest, because it will be on four, let's say, 4 people, actually 5. Me, Freshy, Classics, and Hustler. So all of those have very different time zones, but basically we are working on a poster.
Mm.
It will be posted, and trust me, you will be notified because a lot of people are asking us the same question. But you will be 100% notified.
Yes, and
Yeah,
this
and
will
I'll
of course
keep an
be
eye
in
out
the
for them as well, so I can kind of keep it. I can put it into like the girls only chat and stuff for you. So just to make sure like none of the girls who missed out on tonight, and obviously the
Yes,
women in here and guys in here who want to know stuff more in depth, then they can obviously jump in on that as well.
absolutely, absolutely.
Awesome.
Hey, hey,
Thanks,
Freshy,
you
can I ask you
guys.
another
So,
question?
yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I think someone else was saying something. Go ahead.
Oh, I was
I
just
was
saying
just
thanks.
gonna say there. I've got a friend or two in here that doesn't even have a wallet at all, and I just want to add that if you don't actually, it's not compulsory to have a ledger to be able to use your wallet. It's just a recommended and added piece of security, basically like an extra password or 2FA, two-factor authentication. It's just a extra layer of security. Well, I got anyway, so I think we should maybe move on to the next subject as well. If anyone, if no one else has questions.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, Freshy, can I ask you about the bill funnel? Like, I've never seen one of those in my life. Can you explain it one more time, like how it actually works?
Yeah, it's basically just a physical card, or let's say a physical note that you can actually buy or invest in straight from the ledger. Is actually that one you can buy from wherever, actually, if it's Amazon, eBay, doesn't matter, because it's basically just a steel plate where you can add you will receive some stickers that you will actually just add onto your steel card, and this is basically your seed phrase, and you will have the possibility to hide it wherever you would like to. And of course it
Oh,
will last,
wow.
yeah, so it will actually last longer than just have it on a piece of paper, right? So
Right,
that's
right.
so,
Oh,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what,
yeah.
yeah, so that's what actually it is. So this one you of course nothing that you will keep in your wallet. You can have it at home, or you can dig it down, whatever you would like to. So it's basically just to make it sure that you never kind of destroy your seed phrase, where you put your seed phrase,
Yeah, yeah.
basically.
So that makes sense. So basically, like, so like if you don't want to store it on a hard drive or a piece of paper or something that can be demolished, it's pretty much better to have it
Exactly,
on this.
Yeah, and
exactly. And you
it's
see all
Oh, okay,
these
okay,
small
okay.
buttons.
waterproof. It's
Yeah, that
waterproof and fireproof, by the way.
Yeah,
yeah, okay, okay. So that's like going all out. Like if you get a ledger and you get a bill funnel, like you've pretty much protected yourself to the fullest extent.
exactly.
Yes,
And you can
absolutely.
put this one inside of a safety box as well, and you're very safe as well. So it's a lot of way to do
Mm.
it.
Okay, thank you for answering, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay.
can I go next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. It's a question. Sorry, was it me or someone else?
Yeah, it's you. Yep.
Okay. So first of
Okay.
all, thank you so much for hosting. I came in a bit late and then I was called to work and I'm here for the very last minute. It's kind of a question and a call for help, to be honest. I
Mm-hmm.
did something really stupid. I had some Ethereum in my Binance and I tried to transfer it via the Binance Smart Network to my MetaMask. So I added the Binance network and the MetaMask extension or mobile app, wherever the platform is. And
Yeah.
I did transfer my Ethereum via the Binance Smart Chain, and it didn't arrive, and I lost it. And someone from chat actually helped me. And to find it, I assume they used the ledger or something else because I still had the transaction ID. Then I was able to get it back. Right now, I have it on my MetaMask under the smart network, yeah, under the smart network option. But I'm not sure how can I take out my Ethereum into something else. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
it
So
does.
it does.
Oh,
So yeah, Rix, go ahead
yeah.
if you.
Yeah. So you want to transfer your Ethereum to another platform. Is that correct?
To another network because I made a mistake that I transferred it from Binance via the Binance Smart Chain
Hmm.
to my MetaMask, but it didn't arrive to my actual Ethereum network wallet in MetaMask. It arrived in
Yes,
MetaMask, but in
smart
the
chain.
Binance Smart Chain.
Mm.
I don't know
Yes,
what to
right.
Great
do now.
question.
Yeah, that's actually a very good question. Well, what you have to do, you have to reverse that, to be honest. Like, there is no other way
Oh,
that you can do it. Yes, the swap
Mm-hmm.
only works under the chain. So, for example, the Ethereum is main chain, but
Yeah.
the Smart Binance has their own chain. So basically,
Yeah.
we are talking about different platforms. For example, you have your money in a bank on and a different bank. So what you have to do is to send that money from a smart chain, right,
Yeah.
to your Binance, and from
Yeah.
Binance you have to choose ERC20. This is the
Ethereum one.
Yeah,
exactly. This
Ethereum
is the
blockchain. Yeah.
Ethereum one. Yeah, so this is the
Okay.
Ethereum one. So you have to choose this one.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, sorry for
And
some
what do
loss.
you do if you accidentally sent the wrong token? So how would you reverse that?
You can't send the wrong token.
Okay. I
It
just had
will
a
show up as an error usually if you try to send a wrong token
Yeah.
to another yes chain.
Oh, you mean from a chain to a chain?
I had a friend sending a couple ETH from Binance to MetaMask, and he was quite new to the space. And I
Yes.
think he'd chosen a wrong token or something and never ended up in his wallet. But I
Mhm.
searched on Etherscan, and it seemed like there was somebody like in between that it
Mhm.
may have gone to. I'm not sure, but I heard you say something just before about reversing it. I don't know if that was
Oh,
anything to do with this, but
Oh, I understand your question. Well, actually, this is called the in as a day trader, I can tell you what is this called. This is called the whale's stomach, right? So where it didn't, I didn't receive it. Where did it go, right? You either like, or your friend maybe either he chose the wrong chain, let's say, or the wrong token. So
Ashley?
if you do, it goes away. Like that's it. Like it disappears.
Unfortunately, it will disappear
copy.
since you're
Yeah.
Yeah,
already
So
copy.
accepting
Thanks for
the
that.
yeah,
fortune.
double, triple check to be honest.
Yes.
Can I add something, Rix?
Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for the guy or lady, I don't know exactly before with the ETH from Binance, yeah?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Could be I had a similar problem in the past. I don't know exactly if that's the case, but if she wants to DM me, I can check the Etherscan for her or him. And I had the same problem, and it looked like it disappeared forever. But actually, between Binance and MetaMask, it goes through like several layers and ends up as Binance pegged Ethereum. So if you don't add the coin, you won't show up. Yeah, you will see it on Etherscan, but you won't see it in the actual wallet till you
Okay.
add the token in MetaMask. And if that's the case, the money is there, still there. You know, I would be happy to help.
Yeah, so I understand what he's trying to say. So basically, that it could be still on the blockchain, but you need to actually just import it to the MetaMask, basically.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep.
of course you can of course add both Jens guy or me or Rix, and we can of course go through this over DM, and we show you over the screen how to do it. So
Yeah,
it's
just
much
DM
easier
one of
then.
us
Mm.
and send the token transaction, the TXN or the wallet address, and we can check it out for you.
Another thing as
Thank
well
you.
is if anyone isn't sure about like anything that's been put on in here, we've had our amazing cheese up here recording this little session, and you can kind of go back through that. So hopefully we'll be able to get that put up in one of the servers and maybe get it pinned if we can, or yeah. So, I mean, obviously, feel free to ask more questions, but I just thought I'd let you guys know as well. So, if you wanted to kind of go back on some of this information from the guys that have given that they've given to you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
Ashley.
much,
I would
Cheese.
like to add to that as well. We will of course improve on this presentation as well, so we can actually put it up or upload it for you on here on the Discord, so you have the possibility to download the whole PDF file, so it can be much easier for you to go through it by yourself if you would like to as well.
You guys are amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Anything for the family. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Thank you for
you're
that. Thank you for that.
amazing.
That sounds very smart. And of course, as we told, we can also pin this to one of the channels as well. So it can be easy for you to find if you would like to go into the YouTube channel.
Yeah, amazing. Does anyone else have any other questions like that they're not sure about, or that they've kind of heard that they're a little bit confused, or do you guys have anything else that you guys want to add?
Yeah, I just want to ask Freshy, what can we expect like on Friday?
Yeah, so we're gonna have some session now in a couple of days to come. We will go when it comes to more like actually how you're gonna use it in practice, basically how you're gonna mint one, how you can actually let's say flip a project, which means that how you can buy low and you sell higher to actually make profit out of it. I will also go through when it comes to check out projects, how you can see identify red flags, how you can see if this is actually a project going to be more like a rug pull or let's say a cash grab, which means that the project's owner, the founder, just want to do this to actually make money for themselves and not for the community or for the project
Right.
themselves to make a long-term project or a company, basically. So we will go through that and how we actually can see if this is a good project or not, basically.
Okay. Are you
Yeah.
gonna mint something like in real time for us on Friday?
I hope
Yeah,
so. If
I will do
yeah,
that for you. Don't
Oh,
worry.
that's super.
yeah,
That's super useful. I appreciate it because
yeah,
I've never minted
Absolutely.
a project before in my life, so that's real
yeah,
helpful.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm gonna
yes.
mint from a website and from a contract.
Yes. So you will actually see how you can do the straight from contract, where you're gonna put in the amount of mints you're gonna mint and the amount of ETH basically. So you're gonna go through everything, so it's gonna be much easier for you to go do it for yourself later on as well.
Do we
Yeah,
have a
thank you.
time? Time?
Sorry?
We will come back when it comes to the time. We will of course give you the announcement on that in this couple of days as well. So everybody gonna know it as well.
Yay. All right, that's amazing. Well, if like anyone has any other questions, now is probably the time.
Yeah, just a quick thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if when I arrived a bit late. I don't know if he went through the actual process of importing the ledger to MetaMask. But if he
No.
did,
No.
okay, because that's a bit complicated. I found it out myself when I bought the ledger that the most straightforward process that you go through to import the ledger is actually not the safest, because if
True.
by some chance someone managed to get into your computer and that hardware wallet, cold wallet, just becomes like a mild warm wallet. So you need
Very hot.
basically the short
Mm.
version of it is basically to make a burner and import the ledger into that burner. So even if the burner gets hacked, the imported wallets won't show up like at all in there. It's like invisible, ledger or no
I-
ledger.
we were
That's
talking
very true.
about this, Freshy and I, because this is basic actually, just
Yeah.
like introduction. We didn't want to get into the ledger as it is because we want people first to set up the MetaMask, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How to mint, right? And then
Yeah.
maybe like connecting our ledger because basically no one wants to connect their ledger online. I mean,
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, yeah, but we will do everything like maybe the duplicated accounts on
Mm.
MetaMask, like one for minting and one is only for your ledger. So basically, you have this an
Burner
account, let's
wallet.
say, or a wallet, exactly, just to mint. And then after you mint, you just send it to another wallet, and from that wallet, you import it to your ledger. It will take
Yeah.
a little bit of gas fees, but as you said, it will be very, very cold. It's
Mm.
actually a very good point, but we will see if we can do that because
Yes.
it's a little bit complicated, let's say, like and especially
So,
for beginners in the NFT.
yeah. So that's why we
Mm.
didn't actually put it in right now. So that's why it's gonna be some more advanced
Yeah,
setting
just
when
Mm.
it comes to that. Yeah.
had to
So
mention
as
it
well.
because I had to
Yeah.
learn it the hard way. It just got completely burned the first the experience that I had.
Yeah.
I got hacked straight away. So
Exactly.
Trust me, we
So
all did.
yeah.
so no, but
That
yeah.
sounds like it's going to be something that will be very important to actually have a discussion around. So even if you guys don't do it, at least to try kind of find a way to explain it to the best, obviously,
Uh,
of your ability anyway as well.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Mm.
of course. The
Uh,
reason also when you do this, just to make sure that you do understand that everything you do when it comes to interacting with a token or whatever it is to the Ethereum, you have
mhm.
to of course pay a gas fee or GVI as it's called, and
Yeah.
that will cost you money as well. So of course, when you do this often, it will be a high cost for you. So that's why we're also going to go through that. Of course, it's more beneficial to do the transaction over to a ledger or through the burner wallet when it comes to more of the long-term hold assets, like those NFT tokens that is more valuable for you, that you're gonna actually transfer over to the ledger. And if it's gonna be something that you just want to keep to do a quick profit on, you would like to maybe just keep it in your MetaMask for that period of time, so you have the possibilities to save some money when it comes to the gas as well.
Perfect. I've got
I
a
just
question that's just been sent in as well.
Mm.
So I have my seed phrase as a screenshot on my computer, and do
Oh, delete that.
Delete
frequently
that.
yeah
Delete
do
that
frequently
before you
download
continue your
torrents.
question.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, I have my seed phrase a screenshot on my computer, and I do frequently download torrents. What are the steps I should take to secure myself?
First of all,
I would.
yeah,
Yeah, go
okay,
ahead, please.
Rix, go ahead, go ahead.
Well, if the person doesn't have a lot of assets on that wallet, I would just ask them to transfer their assets to a new wallet, to be honest, and just forget about that wallet, like disregard it, I would say.
There is
Yeah,
no, so just to make sure.
because I'm gonna tell you like a little bit story. One day I got scammed, so I pressed on the wrong click and I interacted with it. That means I pressed on, let's say here it says mint. I pressed on mint, and there was nothing on my wallet, so they didn't take anything. I disconnected everything. I went to Ethereum scan, debunk, everything is disconnected. So I thought, and then after I actually minted from one of the projects and I made a profit, then they hacked me and took my money. So trust me, those scammers and hackers are so patient. Very,
Yeah,
very patient.
I'm
Like
very smart as well.
they will let you accumulate a lot of money and a lot of assets, and one day you just wake up and that's it, it's gone.
Yes. So
So disregard that.
Mm. So usually as well when it comes to scammers, they might actually scam you for a long time back, but they will wait a little while to actually go through and steal your assets. The also reason they do that is just to make sure that it's much harder for you to track back to when actually you did a mistake as well. So when it comes to mistakes and some caution you have to be aware of, also here on Discord, is basically, let's say, just cookies and stuff like that that actually can be downloaded. Let's say if you see a GIF file or a GIF on the Discord and it doesn't actually move or animates, and you click on that one and it does animate, that could actually download a malware to your computer that actually keylog everything you do. So just make sure that if you see a GIF and it doesn't animate, for example, doesn't move, please don't click on that one. This can actually download a malware to your computer and are actually gonna keylog everything you do on the computer as well. So there's a lot of caution you actually have to make sure of to be aware of when you're actually navigating through the space or this NFT world. Mm-hmm.
Please.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. That's correct.
question.
So I just want to say, before you do anything when it comes to buying, minting, please just take a step back, double check everything when it comes to the links. You can even write to the admins on that project. You go always through the official channel and go through the official links they are posting. And even then, you can actually ask the community before you actually do do acting when it comes to yeah, for example, minting or buying a project. Make sure that you even ask the community, hey, is this, are they going to go through a minting process now? Is this the right address, the right OpenSea name when they're going to buy the project? Just make sure everything. You use a couple of minutes extra, but it will actually save you, yeah, secure your actions much more.
Also, like for example, when your friends or let's say people that trust or you don't trust, it doesn't matter. For example, they are sending you a link, like a YouTube link, for example, and don't press that. Don't press that. Just take whatever it says on the video and just copy it on the search of your YouTube, because any kind of interaction that would lead, it would just start recording your logs. So basically, if you're writing anything, I can see it in my computer. You would be amazed how easy it is to actually just download that video without you even know, or download a log, a recorder without even know, right? So always be careful. Always be careful with links and everything. Like for example, when a freshie wants something from me, I don't like I'm sending him a song. I don't tell him like this is the link. I always send him the name of the video, right? Because he knows why, I know why.
Yeah.
If
So
you've
yeah,
got a virus scanner on your computer, is that going to detect things like that? Is it going to be able to clear up anything that's been like any malware or anything like that
necessary.
and protect you?
No, not
No,
necessarily.
no, not necessarily. So that's why also there is a lot of different types of software you can use, like you run every time before you actually shut down your PC. Malwarebyte is one of them, which is a very good one, where it will always check your computer for all type of malwares before you actually basically close down your PC, and you always make sure that there is no malware, so anything that could actually harm your digital asset or your digital privacy, basically.
Yeah. I also have a suggestion, might be a question or something that you can expand on. Not financial advice, but if there's anyone that's never bought an NFT and is like impatient on learning how to do it or buying one, I do recommend checking out Polygon. Only spend what you're willing to lose. You could buy an NFT for like $10, $20, whatever you're willing to lose. Just know that you're probably going to lose it. You might buy something on Polygon and see, like, test out flipping it, whatever. There's some fees for like signing up, but yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you for the
basically,
suggestion. Actually, I
yeah,
can give you a better one. You can create your own NFT on Polygon and just transfer it and mint it to your wallet. So basically, you don't pay anything, even that
yes.
$10.
So when
Yeah.
it comes to that, just to
Yeah, it's a good point.
no, I'm just want to say that so Polygon is basically also a type of crypto, but you don't need to pay basically the gas fees or any type of fees when it comes to transactions or when you're buying the NFT.
Yeah, but there is the initial fee that you'll pay to be able to sell that NFT after you've bought it to trade it. It's a small fee, but it does exist the first time.
Yeah, the
But
first time
there's no
I think we talked about it earlier, that we always have this first time fee, but that's only one time fee that you're gonna have to pay, and that's it.
copy.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for adding it.
Hey
All
guys, I
right.
just wanted to add something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
absolutely. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, and yeah, just by the way, amazing presentation, and thank you Ashley for holding this, hosting the space. But I just wanted to add that, like they were stating, that sometimes someone will send you a link and you'll grant them access to your wallet. That's why a hardware wallet's so important, because say you do click on a link and you give them access to your wallet, that hardware wallet, it requires you to physically touch it and verify. So
Mm-hmm.
even if that were to happen and you were to grant them access, they wouldn't have the physical access to your hardware wallet to take anything out. So for the
Exactly.
price of gas,
Yeah.
it's really worth it if you're gonna take NFT serious.
Thank you, Chris,
Yeah, and what I
for
was
Absolutely.
the
gonna I
add-in
was
there.
gonna add on to that as well is if you are like hate listed or if you're OG'd or anything, and you are still for this space, that's probably a very, very, very good idea.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if you're in any big projects or anything, like it would pay to be very mindful of what people are going to be watching out for as well. So I
Yeah,
would definitely recommend that.
so that's why we always recommend to use a hardware wallet or a cold storage wallet, a ledger. When it comes to more of the valuable tokens or like big assets, you will of course transfer it to the ledger basically. And that way, of course, even though they have access to your wallets or your ledger, they can actually do anything with it because you have to be the one they're gonna accept that they're going to have to do some sort of activity, for example, transfer it. So you have to basically do it in physics
1,000%.
yourself before you can do something. So the only way, if not, is that actually if you give them your seed phrase or putting your seed phrase online and they get that one, that's the only way they actually can have access to your wallet and have access to do a transfer.
As soon as I got my HL role, I went and bought a ledger straight away. I was not going to risk it. Changed all my passwords, changed like 50 passwords to like some hectic stuff, and like changed all my security. I think it's important to always keep your passwords updated. We don't really get those notifications every 60 days or so anymore. Change your password, but definitely do it, whether it's Instagram, especially emails, whatever. Keep your
Just
passwords updated and store them physically.
out of
Yes.
curiosity, Roland, what is your password?
Sorry, what is my?
I'm just kidding.
No, he was just fucking with you. But all right, so another tip though, when it
I
comes
didn't
to
hear that.
password, try not to use a password that you're familiar with, like your address or whatever. Of course, this is simple to understand, but we would recommend you to use a password generator or a random generator of basically letters, capital letters, symbols, and that's actually makes it much more harder for the hacker to actually access to your account by using something that is not only a couple of letters and numbers, but a random generator will make it much more harder for them to get into the account.
Someone asked me what my password is. I'll give you my seed phrase. It's obtuse, rubber goose, green moose, guava juice, giant snake, birthday cake, large fries, chocolate shake.
You think
Fairly odd parents.
this is actually recorded, so we have it.
No, it's definitely not
But
that.
even
It's off a show.
yeah,
I'm just kidding, brother. Stay safe, everyone. So,
yeah,
any more
stay
Can I
questions,
say
safe.
something
guys?
real quick?
Yeah,
Of course.
absolutely.
You said this was recorded. I just want to know how can I see this or rewatch this again? Just because I'm at work and I missed a little bit of it. I was able to catch some of it, but not all of it.
You have
So yeah, that was it.
AMA Cheese. His name is under mine.
Yeah,
AMA Cheese. Do you see him? Yeah,
yeah, I
he will
requested
be.
both of you guys.
Yeah,
Mm.
he will post it on YouTube with the
Gotcha.
physical PDF
Yeah.
document. And as well, we will have more on Friday, like in depth and more detailed. So, would love to have you on Friday.
No,
Absolutely.
definitely, this was great. Thank you.
I
Absolutely.
wanted to add
Absolutely.
something else, if you guys are done.
Yeah, of course.
About the MetaMask and the seed phrase, there is actually a kind of email scammers are sending. 3 months ago, when I started, like a little bit after I started, I got an email from MetaMask, not MetaMask, but from someone with the email metamask.com or whatever. And it took me to a link where I had to put my seed phrase, right? But I obviously didn't do it. So
Yes.
be really careful. The email said you didn't verify your email, so you have to do it. And then it requested me to input my seed phrase.
Thank you for the add-on there. Just to make sure that everybody understand, nobody, absolute nobody, when it comes to legits, projects or whatever it is, even MetaMask, OpenSea, Binance, whatever it is, nobody gonna actually ask for your seed phrase because they know that seed phrase is only for yourself. So if somebody asking for your seed phrase, that is a scam, 100%. So nobody gonna ask you for seed phrase, even though if you're talking about entering to a project or whatever it is, nobody gonna need that seed phrase to use that one. The only thing that you're gonna use the seed phrase to is for yourself to access your own digital asset, basically.
More question, guys? Girls? We didn't hear a lot of girls, which is
Yeah, I was
in the
about to
women
say
VC.
there's so many women in here, and I actually love to see this. There is a lot of diversity, so that's that's so exciting, and I really appreciate everyone turning up. So yeah, if any of you girls do have any questions about what you've heard today, I mean, again,
Uh,
if you aren't so sure yet, then you can like get your questions together and like flick these guys a message so it can be answered on Friday maybe. What I'll do is I will touch base with them and get their times and stuff, so we can chuck it on the girls only chat as well, and just to make sure everybody has the opportunity to listen to them again. And obviously Cheese, our amazing Cheese over here, has recorded it too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And if you would like, of course, if for example later on you would like to ask us, of course add us as a friend. If not, ask Ashley, and she can ask us later on as well, and we can take it up in the next section.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just want to add too before I take off. I want to tell Rix, Cheese, Ash, and Freshy, thanks for taking the time, and sitting here and being patient with all of us. I'm gonna go ahead and put a post right now for you guys and feedback. And I know you guys spend a lot of time right now just explaining everything with us. So I think if everyone would just take maybe 10 seconds and just react on it it'd help out. And I appreciate you guys again. So y'all have a good night. It's 3 a.m. my time, so I'm gonna go to sleep. But thanks
Oh,
again.
thank you
Have a good night.
so much for coming.
Thank
You
you,
got it.
Julio. We
Thank
would,
you.
of course, appreciate a lot when it comes to, of course, if you like this, please write it in the feedback. If you don't like it, even write that on feedback. But yeah, if you
Anything
think
in the
that we are
feedback.
idiots, yeah, if you think we are
Any
idiots,
publicity is
but
good
yeah,
publicity.
if we even that one, yeah, of course. So
Thank you
yeah,
so
just
Okay, well,
much.
begin
just
when.
There's
yeah, I guess to sign
there's
off, I really would love to thank you, Rix and Freshy and Cheese, for being here, because I really I think that it's so important to kind of get more women feeling comfortable and confident within this VC space, because I know that there is so much information they could potentially be missing out on. So I just thought getting some amazing people to be able to do an AMA to kind of like break that. Even if you guys aren't talking, I love that either way. And like I said, like they've said, they're doing one on Friday, which is amazing. And yeah, I'm so grateful, and I actually am so yeah, I'm so happy to see so many women coming in and out of this chat, and like seeing it over the last couple of days since we had our VC yesterday. So yeah, and thank you, seriously, thank you guys so much for doing this. Like I appreciate you guys sharing that knowledge. Like it's amazing.
Thank you very much,
Absolutely,
and
our
well,
pleasure, really.
welcome. It's our
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Yeah, we always would like people to be safe in space or in this business. Basically, it will help us all, and of course, if you win, we will win as well. It doesn't matter for us if we share our knowledge to you. So that's just a good thing
Yeah.
for us as well. So
Yeah.
of course, if there is anybody here that would like to have more advanced tips and tricks, we will of course help you with that as well. When it comes to both flipping or finding good project, blue chips, yeah, please just ask us and we will help you.
And if anyone
Just
didn't catch
before
that as well, Cheese is going to have the recording, and also Freshy's going to get the document sorted, so it can be added to the YouTube, which is amazing, because like I just getting free information like that is actually so fucking beneficial, and I just am so grateful for you guys, and for us to be able to go back on that is amazing. But yeah, so sorry, sidetracked. If anyone needs to go back on that or has missed out on anything, Cheese is going to put it up in his YouTube. Yeah, or you can direct message any of those guys, because they are honestly the most kind, humble, helpful, amazing people that I've met in this space. So you guys are in safe hands, and that's why we've done this.
Hello.
Absolutely. Hey,
We lost
Freshy,
my
can you hear
sound.
us,
Sorry.
brother? We can hear you, bro. You're good. Freshy, we can
just
hear you, bro.
before people start jumping chat. Oh, sorry, was someone talking?
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
Just before people start jumping chat, there's actually a website you can go on and you can type in your email address. You don't have to type in any passwords or anything. Just your email address, and it'll show you if if any of your passwords have been leaked from any websites that you've signed up for or anything, anywhere. It'll show you which websites have been compromised and tell you if your passwords have been leaked or your phone number or any information. It's called Have I Been Pooned? You can Google it. You can message me. I'll remind you about it.
Yeah, this is the one
You
I
don't have to
use.
click my link. You can Google it, but
Yeah,
There's
this
that.
one he's talking about, have I been pwned? We actually wanted to talk about it on Friday, but thank you so much for the suggestion, brother.
Yeah,
Can I
just a
just say
quickie.
before you guys wrap it up, I just wanted to say, I'm sorry, I wanted to say something, but I was on the train. I just wanted to say I appreciate you guys, Ashley. Really appreciate you, and I thank you guys. I can't wait for Friday. I want to really go into depth, more in detail with this stuff. I have a couple of questions that I'm gonna save for Friday. But I
Absolutely.
just wanted to say thank you guys before I go into work. I really appreciate it. This was really extremely informative and important. And like, we need to know this just coming in. And even people who've been in here for a while who, still, are gullible and get caught out there. But
You need that refresher.
yeah, I really appreciate it. And I thank you guys for taking out time. I'm gonna go send a reaction, but I gotta get into work now, so I'm gonna jump in
Thank
and
you so
out
much
of the
for
chat.
coming.
But yeah. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Have a good one.
Yeah,
Thank
our
you so much
pleasure.
for tuning in.
Oh, that's
I
amazing.
also would like
So
to
good.
add something more for those who are maybe a little bit more advanced in space. We will also, of course, go through everything when it comes to basically sniping, which means that you try to buy a token with rare rarity to have the possibilities to make a good profit on that one. So I will go through a lot when it comes to extensions, what you can download to actually make it possible for you to make it possible for you to yeah, get a rare token basically that can give you a more profit than buying just a common one.
Any more question, guys, before we wrap it up?
Go ahead.
No, I am asking them if they have any more
Oh,
questions.
sorry. Excuse me.
Okay, well, in that case, yeah, just thank you again, and yeah, I will keep all the women updated as well with the Friday one, because I definitely think that it would be amazing to go more in depth, and I know that there are a lot of women who are actually quite adverse in this space. But yeah, for the ones who want to kind of carry on from today, there will be more, and it'll be more in depth. And thank you everybody for coming and supporting the boys and myself and the women in here. And I love seeing a lot more of a sprinkle of everybody. So yeah, how good.
It's good. It's good.
You guys can go live your lives or have a nap now. I know people are here so late.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you.
Thank you for your
Thank you
time as
so much,
well.
guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
We thank you as well.
Pleasure.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
for
much.
coming.
So if it's anything as well, if you would like to add us, please just write a tag us on newbie in NFT or whatever channel, and we can of course answer you from there as well. So you don't of course need to add us. We can take it through the Hypebeast channels as well, just to make sure.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
guys. We all appreciate this.
No problem.
Yeah,
No
we
problem.
do.
Our pleasure.
It's our pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. All right.
Is there anyone here who wants to answer a question?
Depends what it is.
Right.
Well, actually, so I was saying I've got my HL, I've got my ledger. It's at the post office or something in Singapore, I think. And so I'm wondering, like, I don't think I've clicked any suspicious links or anything. So like, but I don't want to risk, because someone was saying that like the hackers are really like patient. So you don't know. Maybe you don't know if they've got access. So like when I before I like a few seconds before
Your voice is cutting in
You're
and out,
cutting
bro.
out. Yeah.
have you got me now?
Yeah, you're
Yep.
good.
So I was saying like a few seconds before I mint my Hape, should I create a new wallet or something like that?
What I would recommend you
Just
is
in case.
what I would recommend you is you mint it and you send it straight away to your ledger. Or like what I will do today is completely wipe my computer and change all my passwords again. So whatever is in my computer is gonna get wiped, and I will change my wallet and send everything to a new wallet I'll make for my safety. So I would recommend everyone who's clicked any links to do the same for their safety.
One thing I
Also,
will add real quick, if
yeah.
you are already HAPE listed and you have sent your wallet address, you actually can't change your wallet address that like for Mint.
Oh yeah.
So if you are already HAPE listed and you've already sent that, you do have to mint to the wallet that you already sent.
Yes, that's true. And
Yeah.
also, just to add on to something like that as well, usually when it comes to bigger projects, they do give you the options, if you of course have the ledger, that you can mint straight to the ledger as well. So you don't need to always go through the MetaMask when you're actually minting. So you can have
Awesome.
options
Yeah.
to, yeah. So you can actually directly mint it straight to the ledger, and of course on this way you of course saving one part of the gas fee. So you don't need to mint it to the MetaMask and from the MetaMask to the ledger. So you skip that part
I
as well.
love
So
that.
that's possible. Mm.
Thanks for that.
I'd
Yeah,
like to
great.
add something to that. I would recommend, like, mostly to not do that, especially if you don't like. Okay, for Hapes you can do it, of course, because the contract is gonna be not malicious. But usually there is contracts where they can actually drain your wallet uh, from unknown projects, for example. So yeah, really be really careful what you mint from your ledger.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Yeah,
saying
right.
that it's important. That's why usually when it comes to bigger projects, they give you the options to mint to the ledger.
Yeah, yeah,
Of course,
exactly.
either way, of course, when you're gonna mint a small project to flip, you don't want to actually to have something to do with the ledger at all. That's why I mean, when it comes to smaller projects, something that's not that valuable for you, you mint it to the MetaMask, and from there you have the possibility to list it again for a higher price, and that's how you actually make money on it as well.
Yeah. So, does the ledger connect to your like whole wallet, or can you choose which accounts to connect it to? And also, I seen a thing like right. So this is probably wrong. TikTok just has a lot of bullshit on it. Someone said if you've got a wallet, create like a burner account, another account, another account. If one of them gets hacked, then it's going to be all right. But you need to change your whole wallet, right? It isn't like just one account that gets hacked. It's not like that, is it? It's like the whole wallet.
Uh,
Is it?
yeah, I think you
The
mean
whole
like if
address. It has to be connect the whole address. He means the
yeah,
account inside the address. Yeah, you have to connect the
Yeah.
whole address, brother. Which
To the
means
wallet, yes.
no,
yes,
I
the
think
whole content.
sorry, I think what he means is if your wallet gets compromised, I think, or if you make a new address,
Yeah.
if
No,
the compromise can drain your money from the new address. I think that's what he's asking.
no. He means.
So
Do you know when you have like like multiple account on the same address?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he means that. He means like, do you connect account one, account two, account three? Do they all connect to the ledger, or you can choose which account? Actually, no. You have to connect your whole address to it. So the
okay.
ledger will have
Yeah.
those accounts as well. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And my other question was, so if is it possible for just one account to get hacked and your other accounts in that wallet are okay?
No, because it's the same address. Everything will be hacked.
Yeah, your whole
Oh, it's the same.
wallet. Yeah.
The whole wallet. Yes,
As
sir.
long as it's the same wallet ID or address,
It will be
everything
the
will
same.
be hacked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it will be the
So
same.
mm,
I thought it was different addresses.
No, it's
Yeah,
the same.
Okay. Yeah.
it's a tricky thing because you can make different addresses on your MetaMask account, but they are all connected to one wallet.
Address.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one.
one Ethereum address.
Yeah, exactly. So that seed phrase is connected to all your addresses. So if one gets compromised, your whole wallet is compromised.
yeah. But if it's
Yep.
only
And
if they don't have, sorry. Go ahead.
Also, these days you can sync MetaMask with Coinbase Wallet. So, don't know if you know about that, but if your MetaMask is synced to Coinbase Wallet, do you need to create like, is it like basically one wallet then, or?
Yeah,
Uh,
Oh, it's
basically
different addresses.
it's different addresses, but what they do when they're syncing it is that you actually will show up in your MetaMask how much funds you have in the Coinbase. But I mean, for myself, I wouldn't recommend to sync anything. It's just better that you actually go into your Coinbase, Binance to check wherever the funds is there instead. And if you would like to transfer it, you basically just enter your wallet address to Coinbase and you send it straight to the MetaMask instead of actually syncing it, just to make sure.
Cool. Yeah, good information. I'm just asking for a friend that's in here. But yeah, very informative.
all
I
good,
love that, just
brother.
asking for a friend.
Yeah, yeah. That was funny.
I'd like to add something to that. So I don't know if you guys talked about it. Maybe you did. You can just cut me off if you guys did. But like making a separate address just for like burning a certain contract kind of thing.
Yes,
So
we'll
like
talk about it on Friday actually.
Yeah.
okay,
Burnt address.
yeah,
Yeah.
just
No,
like
but
for like
it's
the
it's
whole
never
board.
a bad thing to remind about it. So of course, we talked about it and we will talk about it again as well.
Yeah, because of like the whole board bunny situation where people's wallets were getting drained. So like it's never a bad idea to like open up a separate browser like Firefox or Opera or Brave or something, and make an account
Definitely.
there to burn it and just lose 0.2 ETH instead of your entire balance. You know.
The thing with
Absolutely.
Board Bunny is that it was, I think, it was.
Do you remember, Cheese? We called it MVC. We said it's a rug pull.
No,
Yeah.
but
Just
the thing is, it wasn't a rug pull. It was just FUD.
It was
Well,
fun, yeah.
people.
It
That's weird
wasn't.
because people were getting their wallets drained. So like I stayed away from that project.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
but
know
it's
that people
actually.
said that as well, but there is no confirmation that actually it was their account
From
got
that
drained.
wallet.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
So
gotcha. I
it's
gotcha.
basically mostly just FUD, but I mean you can never be too certain. But yeah.
Okay,
Thanks for
just real
hosting this.
quick.
Appreciate it.
I'm just gonna like officially kind of say that that like actual AMA is over, but you guys are more than welcome to keep asking questions and stuff for and like learning because I'm sure the guys are gonna hang out for a bit anyway.
actually we have to go.
Yeah, thanks for everything, guys.
Yes,
Well, yeah, you guys have to
unfortunately.
go. That's why I thought I'd kind of jump in just in case you guys did have somewhere else to be, or if you did want to kind of like go hang out or whatever. Because I really appreciate you guys giving us your time. And I'm sure that everyone's learned a lot, and I can't wait for your Friday one because I know that you guys have so much more to offer. And I love that was still insanely beneficial. Yeah, thank you again.
Absolutely.
That's a
You're
pleasure.
more than welcome.
And just a reminder as well, if you would like to, just write in one of the channels, and we can also answer it from there. It will also, of course, be beneficial for other people in the chat as well if they read through the answers. So that is also a possibility to do. If not, you can also contact us by direct message. That shouldn't be a problem. If not, we always are in the VC channels. Drop by and ask us there, and we will answer it straight to you as well.
Actually, I did
By
have
the
one
way-
more thing as well. If you guys
Yeah.
really like, if you guys found that you have really benefit from this, like just show these guys some love. I personally would love to see these guys hate listed. I'd love Rix, Freshy, Cheese. Honestly, they've been fucking amazing throughout the space. So if you are more new, you may not have seen them, but it doesn't mean that they haven't put in this same kind of effort and work this whole entire time. And I feel like this is what this community has really been about, is to continue to kind of recognize and acknowledge that hard work. So if you guys do want, like, if you actually have gained something from this, then shout them out and feedback and stuff. Like they deserve the acknowledgement.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
thank you.
much for the shout out, Ash.
It's
And
alright.
we need to see your name in green, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think.
That's what fits you. I mean, that yellow isn't, even
Yeah.
your picture. Look at your
Yeah, I
PSP.
see that.
Even your profile picture is in green. I mean, you knew it. You knew it from the
I'm just
beginning.
waiting.
You just knew it. That's it.
But yeah, thank you again, guys. Honestly, I really appreciate it. And just as a day-to-day thing, like everything that you do within the space, like even when we're not all around, like you're always still helping. So yeah, I appreciate that. I love you guys. Thank you again.
Love you
I'm
too.
just
Thank you
gonna
so much,
Much
send.
everyone.
love, much love.
Thank you, everyone,
Yeah.
for
Love
giving
you
us
guys
the
too.
time and the
I love this
space
community.
to just,
Thank you,
you know,
Freshy.
do
Thank
it.
you guys. Thank you,
Thanks for
Freshy.
doing the session.
All right.
Yeah, you don't forget to give a feedback.
Thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you, thank you, thank you. I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah, it's already wrapped, brother.
Yeah,
Even.
all right. I'm
So we're kind of
stopping
just
the
hanging out now.
recording. I'm stopping the recording right now. I'm gonna
Yeah,
upload
yeah,
it on
perfect.
YouTube, and the PDF file is gonna be there as well. I would like to ask Rix and Freshy to send that to me,
No problem.
if that's possible.
Yeah,
We'll make
absolutely,
sure.
no problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna
thank
send
you.
it to you, brother.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
All
What
right.
time is it for everyone?
Much love.
3
It's
p.m.
5 in the
for
morning
me.
here.